Hey everyone, it's BDevine and happy Sunday. I thought I would just make a video today. I asked Bobby, what do you think everyone wants to hear? And he said, dragon messages. So this is what we're doing today. And it's going to be interesting to see what comes through for us all. So I'm working with the Imperial Dragon cards. I'm also working with the Celtic Dragon Oracle as well, which are these, well, Dragon Tarot, which are these cards. All right, and so we'll see what's going to come up. I have also just sort of sorted out my desk a little bit, so I felt like this is a nice time to do some messages for us. Okay, so first let's start off with the main message. Okay, this is going to be the overseeing message for the readings today. And this is from the Imperial Dragon card deck. Okay, so we have the energy of the Destroyer. Now this, okay, so this, see this, there's like a tower in the background. So this is traditionally like the tower card in, normal tarot. And the energy that this particular dragon brings us is the energy of chaos. So that is named the Teddy-Calm. So there are a group of dragons that are completely dedicated to seeking out trouble, seeking out negativity, and ultimately seeking out chaos and destroying it. Okay, so if you've done your lessons with me, or you've also done level 1 of dragon energy, then you'll know a little bit about the chaos dragons and how powerful they are. And generally they are darker in color. However, they can be any color they like. They're a dragon, right? So the energy of destroying here and burning down that which is no longer needed is so important, because after all, look what we're going through, and there seems to me that traditionally, the tower card in tarot is always about something suddenly happening, like a shock coming, or something is finally revealed and we're like, oh my God, didn't even have a clue that was happening. This is sort of the energy that's going on here. Some things have been hidden from us. I'm going to try and turn the light on for us. Some things have been, there we go, see if that's any better. Okay, some things have been hidden from us. Some things have not, it hasn't been the right timing for things to be revealed. But that which is not in firm standing will fall. So this also talks about our general life, that if there's something inauthentic that we're doing or feeling, or something inauthentic that has not been working for us, it will burn away, especially if you ask the energy of the dragons to help you, because that's what they're there for, to help us. So something that has not been on solid foundations is going to be destroyed. But you are protected throughout the whole entire process. There may be some things that come to light that, you might have suspected, okay? Sometimes what I feel with the tower energy is it's just more of a, I guess it's just more of a little bit of an interruption into your life, and you're like, okay, I can't go in that direction. I need to change directions, kind of thing. But also that your eyes are open, right? Your eyes are open to any kind of deception. And the destroyer energy here of the Tadikam, the chaos dragons, try to say that in a hurry, are working with you now. Call them in. If there is chaos around you, or you are fearful about something, or you're sick of it, or you want to change, ask them, to go out and burn away that which is no longer needed, as a cleansing kind of a fire for you as well. Okay, let's see what else we have with our dragon energy cards. And these ones are going to be the Celtic Dragons. So let's see what messages. I do not look at the messages until you guys are with me. However, yeah. So, however, the light is no good at this point. Okay, here we go. I'm getting it. All right, so we have the Two of Pentacles. And as you can see, she's carrying, or she has with her, most likely her Monte or her guardian dragons. And there's one sitting off in the distance as well, kind of overseeing things also. And sometimes that can be more like a healing energy. So the energy here is balance, of course. All right, there needs to be something that is more in balance, or you feel like you're juggling everything. Well, okay, that's kind of true for all of us, right? We're juggling so many different things. Everybody is going through their own kind of, changing energy, and people are adapting to this energy in the only way that they know how, or how they feel is best, okay? And it's not always the way that we want it to be. And I've kind of decided that it's no point trying to lead a horse to water and make them drink it. They need to, see it and decide for themselves what they want to do. You may be afraid of, you may be, giving into fear, or you may be afraid of exactly what the future holds. And something that's really, really important to remember is that we cannot just say to ourselves, well, once I know that something is exactly okay, or I'm going to be successful, or everything's going to be okay, or, the right person will be there, then I'll go in that direction. So unless I get concrete proof of something amazing happening for me, I'm just going to stay right where I am. Well, see, that is some kind of, fearful tactic that you have. That you might be preserving yourself, you might be looking after yourself in that way. But it's like a fear of the unknown, or a fear of having faith that the universe always finds a way, and the universe will always find a way to weave its way into your life somehow, if you're open to it, right? And it's like, one time I was going through a really, really excruciatingly hard time with my youngest son, his dad, custody issues, all this kind of craziness. And I was really, really annoyed at the universe, because so many other things were happening in my life. So many other things were going on behind the scenes besides all of this, and it was really dangerous. There was really dangerous situations happening, really scary. And I remember I was standing out the front of my house, and I was watering my roses with my washing machine water, because I had one of those twin tubs. I could spin out the water and empty it into a bucket. I was like, oh, this is amazing. I can go and feed all my roses with this water, which was great. Kept all the bugs away and the aphids, etc. Anyway, so I could go on about gardening a little bit, but I'm standing there in my front yard. All this chaos was going on. I'm watering my roses. I'm standing out the front, and I'm like really annoyed at the world, really annoyed at the universe. So mentally I'm having this big argument with the universe. And I just heard this energy. I heard the energy, and it was like, okay, so you don't think the universe can move mountains? And I'm like, well, I guess you can. Like the energy was like, it was like, you don't believe that something can change, that you can ask for help and something can change. And that was where I was going wrong, because I was always like, oh my God, this is happening, and flap, flap, flap around the place, and oh, it's all, my fault somehow, or, I'm being punished, or I'm in trouble, and why me, like all the time, other people seem to be just fine, and why is this jerk getting away with this, and can't the legal system see what's happening, and why am I getting picked on and blamed? And so there was all this upset in here, and it was like, it was because I was trying to remain in control of a situation that I was not in control of. And I'm like, it was fearful. So I'm like, how can I fix it somehow? And the universe is like, you don't believe that we can just move mountains? Okay, well, you do it then, and I just had to relent, because the energy was not working. The way things was going, it wasn't working anyway. So what did I have to lose, And eventually justice was done. It did take time, because it's not just my journey I'm talking about. There's so many other people that are involved in the outcome of that journey. And that may be what's going on for you now, is flapping around. Oh, what's going to happen? Oh, I'm worried, I'm concerned. There's this and this going on. And now what? Now the news is saying this and this and this. And oh my God, I can't see any signs. What's happening? What's happening is possibly you're trying to feel the responsibility of everything yourself without allowing the responsibility to be on the shoulders of anybody else, or for that matter, your angels, your guides, your loved ones, your dragons, the universe. And it's time that we push that off, because you'll feel so much better if you do so. And all this juggling kind of energy can also calm down. Okay. What else? So we move into the energy of the Ace of Cups. So we balance everything out. Then we move into the energy of the Ace of Cups, which is all about emotions. It's all about fulfillment. A lot of people are having babies. I've saw some of my friends, grandparents now. I can't wait till I'm a grandmammy, because that little baby's gone with me everywhere. I'll be like, sorry, but come with me. And so the energy of fulfillment is here, and also the nurturing energy of these baby dragons down the bottom. So let me see if I can get this again where you can... I don't want it to be so bright that... There we go. A little bit of brightness will do. Okay. So the energy here is this beautiful, loving energy of nurturing, being kind to yourself, having love for yourself, and also a fulfillment kind of an energy here. So the dragons of the Ace of Cups, little dragonlings, and they're talking about a new world being born, and that you're ready to, step up and parent this energy, if you like, in a way. And that the flow of energy, or the flow of, the cup is overflowing, right? So the flow of energy is just pouring out. And maybe there's been a ton of emotion happening as well. Maybe you've just been feeling this. But this is generally a very happy and exciting time. So once you finally recognize where you're unbalanced, or the energy has been unbalanced in your life, once you recognize this, and that you're calling in for the assistance to take care of it, not for them to help you take care of it, for them to take care of it, it makes all the difference. Then you'll start noticing a fullness. And also with the Ace of Cup energy, it's about, knowledge coming in. So spiritual knowledge. So making sure that you're really open to the messages coming that are positive. Trying your best to keep laughing, sharing things that are humorous and funny and, just silly. And trying not to get into that mode of being too serious. And then you start seeing things really begin to happen for you as well. So a new start, new beginning, here we are, and love is the focus. Okay, so the energy of the Hangman is here also. Okay, so you can see that all of these different types of dragons are just watching this dude here, hanging and suspending, from thin air, right? He's just hanging there in the middle of this chasm in this cave. Now, the focus is on, everybody's sort of looking at him. So all of these particular dragons are like, man, what are you hanging around for? What are you waiting for? Things are already happening. Things are already taking place. And here you are, throwing yourself down the middle of a chasm, in between all of us, hiding away from it all, and waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting for your turn. So you're not seeing the assistance that's around you. And, again, this feeling of being helpless. And also that we've all been in this waiting game, But there's things that we can do. I guess that's the biggest message. There's things that we can do to change the energy and to change it quicker. Meditations, of course, bringing in your energy every day, making sure you're walking around in a pyramid of light, making sure what you're feeling is your feelings and not an absorption of fear from, or energy or anxiety from a ton of different places, that you are just, in this preparation mode for something wonderful to happen, not in a preparation of, oh my God, this is it. We're going to all be marked and we're going to have this and we're going to have that. I think that might have been the case. Like if we hadn't have changed the light on this planet a long time ago, perhaps pre-2012, that was another time when everyone was like, it's the end of the world, it's the end of the Mayan calendar, this is it. But remember, we changed that energy, right? And so I feel like this is what's happening again. And we just kind of have to be very patient, and things will start to unfold naturally and beautifully, and probably better than what you're thinking. So remaining really positive at the moment, even though we don't know for sure, we're just in suspension, like it shows here, but also sacrificing of yourself, putting yourself on the line all the time and, taking it all on is not helping out either. Remember that you have assistants waiting for your cue to say, like, now, take over. Okay, and then the energy of the Seven of Swords. So this is good. So I know a lot of people are like, oh God, the Seven of Swords energy. Okay, so there's a couple of ways that you can interpret this particular card also. One of them is that there is, something stolen. There is something being robbed. Maybe that's our personal freedom and our rights, as well. But the other way to interpret this is that we are the ones who win. We are the ones that walk away with everything. We are the ones that are holding strong, and we move out of this situation, stronger than ever. And of course, the energy here is, I can see something in the background. I'll just have a quick look. Okay, so there are protective dragons here around as well, just up in the corner. I don't know if you can see them. And here we are, with our grounded force, our healing energy. We are gathering our selves. We are gathering our gifts. We are gathering communication. We're gathering knowledge. And we're getting out of there. So we're not leaving everything locked up anymore in this particular chest, or in our chest, right? Thinking about that. We're not leaving everything locked up anymore. We're letting things out, and we're gathering it and we're owning it, and we're moving away from any issue or any secret energy or any fearsome energy as well. And moving away from that time where we were just dangling in suspension, and we're finally gathering more than what we came with and moving on into a new direction. And the overall energy, remember, of course, was this destroyer energy. So, already the things that are no longer serving us are fading away. So let's just do one more little card with these dragon cards. What else do we need to know as a final message? Okay, so the energy here of the chains, okay, and it's like a self-imposed kind of energy here that we're breaking away from. So the chains are like, the card of the devil, I guess you could say, where it feels like it's so much bigger than us and therefore can tell us exactly what to do and where we should be and what we should be doing. But in reality, the chain holding you into this position is really easy to break, right? So a lot of it's our own doing. A lot of it is, where we're feeling like there's no way forward, and yet there really, really is. And we're missing out on the point that we are completely illuminated, that we are beings of light, that we have a lot of personal power, And therefore we can break away from any type of energy that we want to. We are only as limited as our mind or our imagination will believe, right? We are only, we can do anything that we absolutely want to do, but we all need to stick together with this whole thing, and we all need to stay strong. We mustn't give in to fear tactics, and it's something that I've heard right from the start. Stay strong, don't give in to fear, hold the light. The dragons are helping you to hold the light within your being. The more light you have within your body, the less likely you are going to be light deficient, of course, which starts off having physical problems when you're light deficient. So by working with the dragon energy and universal energy to fill your space and your energy with light, and to focus on things being taken care of, and to use your imagination to see the dragons destroying any kind of virus or issue or agenda or negative energy or black web stuff or deep state stuff or cabal stuff or whatever the hell, is out there. That you're using your brain for the positive instead of using it to stress yourself and stress your body and lower your immunity and, ultimately and hopefully not get unwell, So let's use our brain to send out the energy of the dragons around the globe, fixing this issue once and for all, allowing things to be revealed, focusing on wellness for the planet. The earth loves it. The animals are happy enough. If they were running away and I couldn't see any animals outside, I'd be a little bit more worried than I am. I'm not even actually worried. It's just a figure of speech. So it's like we've got to use the things that we've been taught, the things that we've been working with, the things that we've been learning for all this time, last 11 years that I've been here doing videos. It's always been the message of truth and a message of light and a message of strength, staying positive, because we've had enough of being in fear. We've had enough of being enough of being controlled. We've had enough of stress, worry, panic. We've had enough of worrying about money and where we're going to live and what our kids are doing and whether they're on the PlayStation too much or whether their brains are fried or, what we're going to do next month, and we're just focusing on all these unnecessary stuff because it's unnecessary because that energy leaks out of you. You're putting all your worry and all your concern into something that really you can't do anything about anyway. If you give it to the universe to deal with, they will find resolutions for you. And you're better able to equip yourself to handle anything that's coming up. You'll get a stress relief. You'll get the burdens off your back and off your body. And, the kids will be fine because you're fine. So everything reflects around what's going on mentally, what's going on in our state of mind, And we can either remain locked up and in chains with our mind, or we can free our mind and everything else will follow as well and fall into place. All right, so don't forget that you are a being of light here on the earth. You are already a portal of light here on the earth. You can do anything that you set your mind to, and it's time now that you realize it, recognize it, accept it, and strongly and boldly move forward. And we will see things change really quickly, okay? We are all in this together. And I want to send each and every one of you lots of love and light. I have my Psychic Abilities webinar coming up on the 16th of May. There will be a link in the box below for you to register. These are awesome. You learn tons more than I can teach on these videos. And you will be sort of one-on-one with me, if that makes sense. We're all in a group, but I get to talk to you a little bit more personally. You'll get manuals and PDFs and information, exercises to do, meditations, and open up your abilities and whatever it is that you tap into the easiest, like exponentially. You will be amazed just what you can do, okay? And we need that now, don't we? All right? So keep an eye out for these webinars that come up. They are really worthwhile. And as I said, there's tons of information in it. It's like if you were to spend 3 hours on the phone with me, it would cost a lot of money. But doing this is a very cheap way of getting the information, keeping the information, and practicing with me as your guide. Okay. All right. So let me know what kind of videos you guys want. I'm going to do the May guidance coming up here. It's already at my website. I'm going to read it all and work with it, with you all on it in the next day or two. Do a video, do some live stuff as well. And mentoring packages have been really discounted too. So there is some new things at my website. Check it out, devinemiracles.com. And until the next time, much love, many, many blessings, and goodbye for now. Bye.